Somebody is asking, like, for example, like somebody's asking, hey, you have a goal? Yeah, I do have a goal. Like the next question you ask is like, okay, how much money you want to earn from your current profession or whatever, so that you have a concrete clarity on the income goal you want to earn it. So then they ask, like, I mean, they're gonna answer it like, how much possible? I mean, how much as possible? More is better. So what do you think about that answer?
That's right. That's what is the I think 96% of people fail because they don't have clarity. See, once I
Right.
have a goal, okay, let's say now everyone in the whole world, the human nature
Yeah.
is to have desires. Okay, you have one desire and tomorrow you have the next. So what's that desire, your personal desire? Have a 4 BHK with a swimming pool and you have a house. You don't have that monthly commitments or rents or EMI or whatever. I
Correct.
would say if someone wants to have goal and getting stuck in financial goal, they need to create some ground rules for themselves that I am not going to buy anything on lended money or an EMI. Now you have
Right.
a target.
Right.
Okay. I want to have a house that's a 4 BHK in, let's say, suburb of Bangalore, because I'm based in Bangalore. Let's say suburb of Bangalore. I need a 4 BHK house, a swimming pool, and this is the square feet of house that I'm looking for, an independent duplex house. How much? Literally go there, see a couple of houses, take an estimate, take a rough estimate. Okay, this is what I have seen now. Next 10 years, okay, this is going to be mine because it's property,
Right.
she keeps shifting hands. What
Right.
is the cost going to be for that property after 10 years? Now
Right.
that's my target.
Got it.
Now you know what your exact income goal should be. If you have to save that money because now you are not relying on loans and EMI,
Right.
right? You're not relying on, okay, some God will come bless me and say, Bhaiya, you take this money and fulfill your dreams. No.
Right.
Now you know if I need like 2 crores, like, okay, 10 years I need 2 crores. For every year, how much do I need? Monthly, how much do I need? So now you have a definite goal of income. This is what I need to save
Got it.
for my long term.
Yeah.
And then you have your monthly necessities that we always know. So have like 5-10% surplus in that because sometimes you want to go enjoy a movie. And I think having that, relaxation period, like give yourself time and money to spend with your family, your friends, go out for a movie in a month, go out, eat somewhere, good restaurant, try out Chinese, try out Italian, try out, typical South Indian Halimanim food
Right.
at times. That should be part of your monthly necessities.
Got it.
Because when you're enjoying, okay, you're actually in that state that you need it. So you're gonna get it.
Right.
You're gonna get it. If you don't enjoy, and people are like working, 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 working. So whatever spiritual belief you have, let it be God or let it be energies, let it be psychologically or subconscious. It's always like, okay, you want to work, okay, you work. So nothing around you works.
Yeah.
Basically, okay. You're trying for a new job, you're trying for a partner, you're trying for a to get an answer for your questions. You don't get it because you're always in the mindset. You wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I have so much to do, and if I don't do that, I'm not gonna get it. There are people, we call them lucky because we feel that they're not working and they're getting everything. They're
Right.
actually working internally, keeping themselves happy. So, everything that they need actually comes to you.
Hmm.
This I really saw in my life with my sister because when I was joining engineering, it was so tough to get that. My fees was hardly like 60,000 a year, okay, at that time. So it was really tough for my parents at that moment, saying that okay, we need to have 60,000 per year. So we basically took an education loan, okay, and 2.5 lakhs was a big amount.
Yes.
My sister, who's like 2 years younger to me, wanted to join animation because typically studies didn't enter her head. So she was
Okay.
more of an artistic
Creative.
kind of
Huh.
person, and her quarterly fees was 1.5 lakhs to learn that animation and why I don't know what all they learn,
Yeah.
but it was for her in a gap of 1 year, finance became very easy for her. My mom poured in money, my dad poured in money, I poured in money, you know. So, like she said that no, I don't want to study. I don't want to study all those big, big books because I'm not going to do anything with it. Okay. I want to draw and I want to draw digitally. Okay. Because you can't keep drawing and you can't become, everyone can't become Picasso. So I want to
Correct.
draw digitally. Okay. What do you have? You have animation. So for her, when she said that I want to draw and I want to join this course, I don't know how I'll join. She got all the support that she needed.
Super. Okay.
It's like you don't have to think how things are happening. If you just believe that this is what you want, how will come to you on its own. The only thing that anyone needs to do personally, professionally is realize that support is coming and grab the opportunity, work towards it. Like you might be, thinking that you want a better job. Let's say you're earning 20,000, you say, okay, I want to earn 30,000. Okay. Not because of desperation
Correct.
that, okay, my commitments are not fulfilling and, I have extra 10,000 and I'm going to be so free. Just say that I want 30,000 because I deserve 30,000 in a month.
Right.
You will see that some friend out of the blue will say, hey, there's an opening, and he might even not say that there's an opening. He might say that this position and this was a guy and something happened and this manager blasted and this guy left. That's the point you need to catch, and you say, okay, should I apply here? So understanding and realizing in an opportunity makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Believe you're going to get support. How is not in your hand. Okay. You don't have the power to convince anybody to think like you.
Right.
But when you are very sure that what you need, support will come from all directions you wouldn't even have believed it.
Okay.
It's like personal experience, and I truly believe that things happen.
Got it. Okay. Um, what is the biggest challenge for entrepreneur, do you think?
I'm sorry, what's the biggest entrepreneur?
Yeah, in their journey.
Biggest challenge for entrepreneur is thinking investment is a curse.
Okay.
People are so worried that, oh, do I have to invest 3 lakhs? Do I have to invest 4 lakhs? How much will be my investment when I
What is the ROI? Like, will I get a
start
loss?
a business? How will we are able to calculate? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the initial investment. If you have a proper devised strategic game plan, you have a business plan where you're sure that 6 months down the line, this is going to be my turnover, this is going to be my net profit, and this is how I'm going to achieve it. And you start working for it right now. With that confidence, lot of VCs are ready to invest in a great idea. Lot of banks, MSME, and say PMEGP programs. Startup seed funding is one of the key ingredient of say the thought system that we have in startups. But people are so afraid because they are not sure how are they going to raise the revenue. That's because they don't have a plan. If they have a plan, it's so easy. If you don't invest, okay, you cannot create any business. Like if you didn't study, you wouldn't be an engineer. So you are invested in yourself, right? So first thing is invest in yourself, invest in learning, invest in being aware, create those strategies, plans that gives you clarity on this is how much money you can get back. Once you're sure of that, once you go pitch in for anybody, let it be a VC or let it be a friend, you're asking your family for support, they're just going to ask you one question. How will you get this money back?
Right.
Even banks, okay, you have a meeting with bank managers, the last round of it. If you're sure that, okay, this is how I'm going to get it back. You show them clean picture numbers. Okay, we agree that market fluctuations or external factors, we may not be able to reach. Let's say you put 20 lakhs or your net gross. Maybe you might have not reached 20 lakhs, but at least you will reach 15. That's still enough
Right.
for you to repay that money back. So don't
Okay.
fear investment, because unless you invest in yourself, you can never do anything in business.
Like
That's
what if somebody is telling like, hey, I don't want to learn anything, so I just want money coming in right away this month,
you
and I'm
don't want to
afraid to
learn.
invest, not taking risk, because what if I lose, and then those kind of people.
Okay, so what's a failure? Failure is a mindset. Failure is a fear of not getting where you are,
Right.
not getting where you want to be, basically.
Right.
Okay? Failure of not being there is another different kind of failure. Then fear of not trying is the major failure.
Right. Right.
Okay? If you don't want to invest, if you don't want to invest in your learning, what are you good at? Just analyze that and create an opportunity. Okay, but you can never you know consider yourself to be say a pretty good businessman who's having a financial free lifestyle. This is what I call it. Okay, if you want to have a financial independent lifestyle, financial free lifestyle, where you have a good work life balance and you're spending time with your kids, your family, you have a secured savings, that okay, in case there's an emergency, I have the emergency funds with me, okay, which I can use. If you don't have that with you, you, sorry boss, you are not at a leverage of saying that I don't want to learn, because then you can never reach anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a basic necessity of today's generation, that even kids, you, if the kid says, okay, I don't want to learn, I just want to sit and play, will you leave your kids just to sit and play?
No.
When for our kids to realize that okay, learning is a necessity, you have to become big and you have to become a businessman, or you have to become a doctor or an engineer, if it holds good for them when we are at the age of say 25, 30 or 40, whatever, why is it stopped? When learning stops, the earning stops.
Right.
So I mean, it's the, you need to decide whether you want to grow or whether you want to be stagnant.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Okay. What are the pain points, like if you had somewhere in your journey as well in the future? I mean, somewhere in the past, like if whatever I doing like completely gone, it's not working at all. Like I'm going to just give away this business, and then suddenly like something aha moment strike you, and then again you bounced back to come in. No man, I'm not going to give up.
It's there's so many things. Okay,
Yeah.
there are countless situations that happen. But the first 2 years is what I can say was a real struggle, because I didn't have a mentor. Okay, I didn't have anyone or anything to look up to, because I was not sure what I was doing. So what happened was the first 1.5, 2 years, I went in the flow of what I saw on social media, market social media. Okay, this person is doing that, that person is doing this.
Yeah.
I was not thinking big. And you know what happens when you're confused, or when you have a desire, very small desire, that I want to do something. Okay,
Right.
I want to do something in this field, and there's one or two people in the market. Like, it's society, not everyone is good, not everyone is bad, right?
Right. Right.
So people or situations take make use of you.
Correct.
Okay?
Makes sense. Yeah.
And you know, you don't realize that this is the core of any business you consider: trading, manufacturing, sales, or say traditional whatever clothing.
Become out of business, any kind. Yeah.
It's a human cycle, human psychological trap, basically, that we call it, basically in business terms, a sudden immature death.
Okay.
Because you have fear of investment that 3 lakhs or 5 lakhs or whatever the required amount is based on the kind of business that you're doing. We try to avoid that, okay, and we get influenced by other people. Whatever they say, we listen, and we start doing because they know that you are afraid of making bigger investments. They lure you, or the market lure you into making the smaller investments.
Got it.
Okay, like, okay, you can make this much, you can why do you want to buy, like, let's say I'm making, if I'm okay, it's very simple, I'm have a craft shop, or if I'm in a crafting industry. So he would say, why do you want to start buying 10 this thing? You can do very small things. You're buying small, your cost goes high, and you're trying to sell them and you don't get the sale. So you
Right.
keep making those smaller investments, and 2 years down the line, when you actually sit and calculate how much have you invested, how much have you earned, or where have you reached in 2 years, you will realize that you have literally gone into losses. And in
Makes
two
sense.
years, you have invested the same amount of money in installments, which you can have invested in a very beginning, having a clear roadmap for yourself. So this I understood with a lot of pain, and I was in a stage where there were vendors who were behind me, and they were like, okay, your payments will be paid. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sue you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I was like, why did I ever give it?